everyone, welcome to the channel. This is the making of white tea and ginger, though it's going to be partial because I did something to the video for the first part of this. So I have already mixed my oils, milks, oats, lye, and everything together, and was to the stirring part when I realized that the video was not playing. So anyways, I made this with a brewed tea, and then you can see there I put some tea leaves that had already been brewed in. And side note, because if you don't brew them first and dry them out, then they will leave little marks in your soap that don't really hurt anything, but just aren't as pretty as when they're in there just flaky. So I am now just getting that to a thick trace. I'm not doing a design per se in the middle of this soap because I just liked the color that it was. I used some rose hibiscus powder as well, and just wanted it to be that natural, real pretty natural color. And it did turn out a really pretty, sort of has a rosy tint to it like the hibiscus. It didn't change the color a lot, mainly because I brewed the tea and mixed my lye water with tea. Did it come out a little darker? But anyways, I went ahead and, well, I'm banging it here to get the bubbles out. So I went ahead and made this fragrance. This has been kind of an off and on fragrance for the company. Sometimes it sells really well and sometimes not, but I personally love this fragrance. So I always seem to have it back on my shelf and want to have it for myself. So I always make a batch when I run out, and then whatever happens, happens. But I did decide to change up the design on this one, and instead of making it, I was making it white and not brewing it with full tea. But this time I did do that and changed up to the design a little bit, but the smell is definitely the same. So just trying to give some texture here on the top and give some place to kind of put the botanicals on and have them plant and stick. So it's funny when you're doing this, I always am looking at it like, well, that's ugly. And then once it dries and fades and settles, it almost always turns out to be at least pretty enough. So I'm just going to throw some poppy seeds on here and some rose petals, I believe is what I put on here. And obviously the video has been sped up quite a bit so that you're not sitting here watching. So I'm just kind of pressing these botanicals into the batter just a little bit. I don't want the rosebuds to be inside the batter because they will turn brown. But if they're on top, they'll stay pretty much the color that they are. Again, it doesn't hurt them to turn brown, but it just doesn't look as pretty. So I didn't want to lose all of them when I went to cut the soap, so I'm just pressing them down a little bit so that they will stick. And the top turned out really pretty. My lighting wasn't great on that other video, but you can see now just kind of a dainty, pretty, delicate soap and smell, actually. And then here's the loaf. And see, even though that top wasn't anything special, it still turns out looking pretty. And now just cutting, it's just a very plain soap inside, but it is just beautiful. The lather is beautiful with the tea in there. There's not really enough tea flakes in there to make it too exfoliating, so it's just a beautiful bar. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you again next time. Be blessed.